One of the most, if not the most intelligent parts of the music video is the lock or consistency between the lyrics or the message of the song and the production design or the location of the song. He started alone singing, and he was talking about singing for us forever. One by one, armies arrived, started partying, having fun together, and at the end of the song, he was alone again. And I thought that it was such an intelligent way of being consistent and reinforcing what the music was saying, because he was saying he was going to sing for us forever, that his music is always going to be there when we need it. And that is what was shown. He was already there before we arrived. He was there when we were there, and long before we were gone, he was still singing, because he knew that at some point we will need his music again. He wanted to make sure that he was going to be there, so that even when he was walking away alone in this vast and big location, it didn't feel sad, because I knew it was his way of saying it's the music is just there. It will always be there, and if you need it, come back. This is undoubtedly a song for armies, some sort of a vow. This is his vow to armies that he will continue singing for armies. And it just deserves to be highlighted that uh, in this portfolio that he is building, the repertoire and the career that he is building, the very first one that he released as a solo artist is a song for armies. I know that people are going to argue that he released solo songs before, but this is the first one that he released in the beginning of it, within the chapter 2. Super Tuna, when he released that, he was still a member of BTS. But this one, formally released song, I think it says a lot that it is a song for armies. And as I've said, it's not just a song, but it's some sort of a vow, and it's some sort of a promise. And that actually leads me to my next point. What makes this song even more special is the fact that of all the members of BTS, Jin is the one who didn't have any musical inclination in the beginning. He was out to become an actor. He actually has a degree in acting. So for him, at this stage in his life, to go back to singing, he could actually just start a career in acting or just become a model or whatever. He can just slow down and just enjoy his life. But for him to come back to singing, for him to start his solo career, sort of makes me realize that whatever relationship BTS has built with armies, the memories that we have built with BTS sort of influenced the life that he has lived and the life that he will continue to live, because his promise is to sing forever. And I think there's something special about that, for you to influence somebody who was actually out to do something else, and for him to say, nah, this path that I accidentally took or ended up taking is special enough, and I choose this over my original goal. I think that says a lot on the quality of the memories that we have built with him. I absolutely love army representations. I'm sure that you know that the audience coming to watch him, that represents armies. And I know that there is still a stigma, there's still a stereotype that armies are just crazy young girls. But I felt like this music video made a conscious effort to actually accurately represent armies. Because the truth is that we are diverse. We come from different generations, different countries, different genders, different colors, and that we see in the music video. This is more us. And of course, nobody knows us more than BTS themselves. I also think that it is some sort of a statement from him that he's not just a matinee idol. He's not just selling his looks or the glamour. He is actually selling his music, and real good music appeals to different sectors, different consumer segments. And I think he established that very well. And that also leads me to my next point. He was dressed down, and I think he did that on purpose. Coming out of the military, being away for so long, missing the kind of life that he used to live, I was half expecting him to go glamour, like for him to really project himself as a celebrity, especially because he is the brand ambassador of Gucci. So I thought he was going to lean more on that. But instead of doing that, he actually opted to dress down and look more ordinary, like the guy next door, a friend that you can actually hang out with. And again, I think that is a conscious decision on his part. He wanted to be relatable. He wanted to be he wanted to make us feel that he is a friend more than he is a celebrity, more than he is this global superstar. But of course, that's easy for him to do because no matter what he wears, he still looks glamorous. That is very his style in that music video was very grunge, but of course, he still looked good. So I guess it doesn't really matter. He's still gonna look glamorous. Now let's go to the lyrics. I Will Always Sing for You is, I felt, was a romantic and sacred kind of promise, but not in that delusional kind of way. In fact, I think it is very realistic, it's believable, it's a very grounded promise, and to a certain degree, I felt like it is expected because he is an artist and we will always want, it is natural for us to want to continue hearing him sing. We always would want for him to continue pursuing music the same way we want our other favorite artists to continue pursuing music. So I felt like this wasn't this it's not that kind of project or not that kind of song or music video that feeds on the delusion of his fans. It simply feeds on our desire and love for music. So I felt it was intelligently written, it was very classy, but more than anything, it is the most realistic promise that he can deliver to artists. My favorite line actually of the song is take the ordinary and make it extraordinary. I'm sure that you've heard of this other quote that says, do ordinary things extraordinarily well. But that quote is more focused on professional things. Like if you're doing something, whatever your task may be, or your work or your profession may be, just make sure that you do it extraordinarily well so that you can go somewhere or get promoted or grow or whatever. But this specific one, this song is more personal. He's telling us and reminding us that the ordinary things that we do, those are the extraordinary things if we actually become present in the moment. You could argue that there is nothing poetic about the form of the entire song or the lyrics. It's pretty straightforward, and that I would agree with. Just like the location of the music video, there is nothing special about it. What makes the moment extraordinary is his song. It's the armies and the time that we spend together. That embodies what that line actually means, that those meals that we share with our family, or that text messages, or that jokes, or that memes that we share with our friends, those may be ordinary, but if you really look into the meaning of it, it is actually we will realize that it is actually extraordinary. That is why I love that line so much. I am so happy that he found his own sound. I think I can't say this for sure because I'm not a member of BTS, but I could just imagine that one of the most difficult thing about being the last one to release your own solo album after your six brothers who are just as prolific in music is finding that sound or look that is entirely your own, something that they haven't done before. But by God, did he find one? I think this fits him perfectly. This is, I mean, pop rock in general is something that is not really used a lot in K-pop. I'm not saying that it has never been used, but it's very rarely used because performing with a band instead of dancing and wearing something glamorous is, of course, as I've said, less glamorous, right? So, and K-pop that is one thing that they are known for, the glamour. So for him to be able to find his sound, for him to actually find something that the other six haven't done before, I think that is a pure gem. Suga did perform songs with a live band, but he was actually rapping. For this one, it was really rock for him, pop rock. So I love that for him. And also, this leads into my next point. This song will really give him a chance to showcase his resonance in his live performances. Resonance is that thing that makes your voice uniquely yours. So his voice uniquely Jin. When you hear it, you know that it is Jin. So because the song doesn't really stretches his vocal range, it doesn't really go up and down a lot. The tempo is just right. So as an audience, you can really concentrate on the resonance of his voice, how beautiful that is, how uniquely beautiful that is. I'm sure that there is going to be a lot of other opportunities in the album for him to show the versatility of his voice. And I say that because one other collaboration will be with Taka and Toru, which are members of One OK Rock, a rock band from South Korea, from Japan. And so I'm sure that there's more band music or rock music in this album. So I am really looking forward to his live performances. I'm looking forward to other people, not just armies, but just fans in general, to discover just how beautiful his voice is. I'm so excited for him. I can't wait for him to do a showcase or whatever that may be. I just really want his opportunity to go on stage all alone and really showcase how good his voice is. All right. I hope you love that. If you have your own contributions, if there's anything that I missed, if there are any theories about the music video, let me know in the comment section below. As always, you can say whatever it is that you want to say, just do so respectfully. Also, please like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and share the video because that's really helping my channel. Also, please don't miss my live streams. So please join me whenever I do my live stream, usually at night because it's the only time that I can do it. Also, follow me on X or on Twitter, and also on Instagram. And please join my Patreon. There is a free membership. There's a free tier just in case you want to try things out first and not commit. That's okay. It's a vibrant community. If you're looking for a place where you can actually freely but respectfully express your opinion, no matter how unpopular that may be, it's a place for you. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you all.